Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Second Take, episode 10. We are officially live for the 10th episode of the show, weekly episode.
We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're a little bit late today, but it's all good.
Not
It's
a
a
problem.
Jacob and his green screen, the whole thing.
It's all
Relax.
good. No worries.
You were
We're here
here-
now.
You were
We're
here
here
at
now.
59. Okay, let's go. So,
No, we just want to welcome everyone and tell them the whole thing, our new plan going on with the football and our one-on-one exclusive interviews. Jacob, you want to talk more about that?
yeah, we'll have the interviews starting very, very, very soon. Those will be starting. And then we're going to have, most importantly, the football episodes probably Monday, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna do the
Monday,
football
they'll be
schedule.
live.
It's gonna be great.
Live.
And on Wednesday, we'll go weekly every week.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Wednesday,
of course.
The plan is to go weekly. We have some people in Le Chat.
Rabbi, how are you?
Armand, what's
Yeah.
up?
The best. So the bottom line is that we are here and we are happy to be here. So let's start it off with the Cleveland Browns and Mr. Odell Beckham Jr. Cleveland Browns star Odell Beckham Jr. is not expected to opt out of the 2020 season, despite comments published Monday by the Wall Street Journal, saying, obviously, with everything going on, it doesn't make sense why we're trying to do this. He's saying we're not ready for football and all of that. So, we'll start with you, Justin. What are your thoughts on Odell's comments?
I understand with this whole virus and his comments about saying he doesn't want to play and so forth, but you're a competitor, you're going to have to play. I agree with the fully thing of how he's phasing it and all that because you need a bubble to play. If you don't have a bubble, you can't play anything. I understand what Odell Beckham's coming from, and I agree with him.
See, I will add here that what I saw was that those comments were 2 weeks old, and that was before Odell entered the practice facility of the Browns to saw how everything was working. But I do feel that his comments do shine some light on that. I feel like baseball, we've already seen flare-ups of COVID outbreaks in, for example, the Cardinals, the Marlins. The Phillies were okay. It wasn't too bad for them. But it just kind of shows that there could be COVID outbreaks with players and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if the NFL season is going to be able to go on because it's physical contact for 60 minutes. So I don't know if that's actually going to end up working out for the NFL. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think I don't think he's wrong, but I think at the same time these guys are risking it, and it's for the money. And he also actually said in his quote that about the owners is that he said, "Oh, we own you guys." That's what he feels like. He feels like the owners are going to push them towards certain things, and that's how he's feeling. But I do think if he's really talking about the safety, I agree. I don't think it's really that safe to play football. It's such a contact sport because you don't know unless they were in a bubble, but the players don't want to be in a bubble. Just like in baseball, the players are like, "No, we don't want a bubble," because they know the owners, but they know the owners are trying to always have the upper hand. So if the trust is a little better in football, but still, the players won't go in a bubble and they won't do it. I think they should do.
I think they need a bubble.
I think 4 bubbles would be smart, and just have the East, the West, and do all that.
Jacob, but how many people do you think really enjoy the sport of football?
Enjoy football, like watching it or playing it?
No, playing the athletes.
They enjoy it, but the safety is the most important part.
It's your livelihood. I feel like you have to enjoy it because it's just like it goes down to why would you be playing football if you didn't actually enjoy it?
Yeah, but here's what I think. The players are like, oh, my family. So why don't you go in a bubble and protect your whole family? Right?
I mean, I just feel like it's more of like a safety factor because they don't want to get it. And then when the season ends, let's say the season ends, they don't know that they have COVID. They go back home to their family, and then they give their family COVID.
Yeah, but if still, I think about that. But they're going back to their family every single week. So.
Yeah, listen. I don't know how the NFL is doing all the COVID tests, but it seems like they're doing them quite regularly. So it seems like they're gonna know if there's an outbreak in teams or whatever else. But there's not as much flexibility in the NFL as far as canceling games and stuff like that as there is in the MLB. Because when you cancel games in the MLB, it's like, okay, we'll reschedule, we'll have double headers and whatever else. But in the NFL, you have games on Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night, and Saturday nights, which is like later in the year, like in the later weeks, like I think it's 15 and 16. But you just don't have that much flexibility in the NFL as far as canceling games and stuff like that. Because it affects let's say it's one team that has an outbreak. that it only affects that one team, the team that was slotted to play. Let's say it's the Steelers versus the Ravens. Let's say the Ravens get some COVID cases. That affects the Ravens, and it also affects the Steelers because the Steelers don't play that game. And then the NFL will probably need to slot like a week or two before they start the playoffs where teams are able to make up those games or whatever else.
Yeah, you're definitely right by that, and it's harder to cancel games in the NFL. And Odell, he's saying is football important. I don't know if it's really essential. I don't think it's a bad idea to have football, but I don't know. It's a tough decision that will have to be made. It
Yeah.
seems like they're going full speed ahead and they're going to play football, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm really for the decision by it. Like, of course, I want there to be football, but I'm not really
I don't
sure.
think it's going to work out.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out
I
either.
don't know.
I really want it
Yeah.
to work out for fantasy football purposes and whatever.
But I think this
Yeah.
fantasy football's 4 weeks, and that's it.
Yeah, I say it goes mid-season and they stop it, and they might like take a 1 month hiatus and then like transition to like a bubble or something like that.
To be honest, the Yankee game today was 11-4, 11-7, 1 out, and they just blew it from there.
I mean,
I thought
listen,
it's something like that.
it's only a 7-inning
Yeah.
game now.
Yeah, but they blew it from there.
Listen,
I mean,
the Yankees are 8-2 right now. They're very good. It's not-
Yeah, we'll talk about them later. And Jacob, what's your next question?
Who do you think will be seeds 3 to 7 in the Western Conference? I'll start with you, Justin.
My opinion is third seed will be the Denver Nuggets. They'll stay third seed. They have lots of depth, and they're about 2 games up from the 4th seed. The 4th seed, I'm saying the Houston Rockets. They looked amazing. Harden and Russ, no center. It's working, but they lost last night to the Trailblazers. That was a different story. 5th seed without Bogdanovich. He's hurt, but they're still not looking that bad. And I'm sorry, the 6th seed with Dennis Schroeder to the bench. That's going to hurt them a lot. And they lost their Nuggets without Gary Harris, Will Barton, and Jamal Murray. So that's my order for 7.
Nuggets game.
3 to 6.
Wow.
And then 7 would be the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Because the Mavericks needs to come off that.
Listen, game against the Nuggets didn't go well for the Thunder. I'll admit, it was not a good game. Chris Paul did some clutch free throws. It's okay though. We're rebound. The Thunder are currently up by 17 on the Lakers. That is a big game for us tonight. We needed to win tonight. So I feel like the way it's going to go,
If they win that game, how many things are they down? How many games?
they're only 1 game behind right now, and they have the tiebreaker over the Utah Jazz right now.
But not over the Rockets, so it's going to.
No, but they're only a half a game back from the Rockets, and they have the same record.
The Rockets are going to have to lose.
They're gonna jump the Rockets, at least for right now. If they win tonight, they're jumping
Who does the Rockets play next game?
Huh?
Who does the Rockets play next game?
The Rockets play.
The Lakers.
They play the Lakers.
They play back-to-back Lakers, so you never know.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But
What were you going to say, Matt? But what's your 3 to 7?
I feel like it's gonna be Nuggets, Rockets, Thunder, Jazz, and then Dallas at 7. So basically your order, but I just think the Thunder are gonna get the 5th seed.
That's pushing a little. Jacob, what about you?
Pushing a little,
Um,
really.
So I think that
No, wait. Let's go back to that, Matt. Without Dennis Schroeder,
Yeah.
who's your bench?
I mean, I'm not saying the Thunder have a good bench. All I'm saying is I think
You're
the
saying
Thunder-
they're going to be at 5th instead of 6th. I'm asking you why.
Listen, the Thunder have a really easy games coming up. Their next 3 games are really easy because they have lower seeded teams in the West and the East because they have the Wizards, they have Phoenix, and they have one more easy team coming up, which I'll just check reference.
I love Armand. This is hysterical.
What do you say?
Please look.
All right, you have the Thunder falling to 7. All right, I'll just look at their schedule real quick. The
I'm going to
Thunder.
tell you. Let's see.
What?
They play the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are going to be trying hard to try to win that game, bro.
Yeah, they have the Grizzlies, which I think they'll win because Jaren
No,
Jackson
it's
Jr.
fine.
is bye-bye. They have the Grizzlies. They have the Wizards. Then they have the Suns. I give them 3
The
wins
Suns?
there.
I give them 2 to 3. 2 to the 3.
The Heat game, I feel like
The Heat and Suns, I don't.
it's a toss-up with the Heat
Suns
game.
is a toss-up.
And the Clippers, they're going to win that game because the Clippers aren't going to care about
What
seeding.
about the Suns? That Suns game is a toss-up.
No, it's not a toss-up. They're going to win. The Suns are playing very well right now, but it's not a toss-up to me. I feel like they're
But
gonna
I don't think you. Then 5th seed, 6th seed, you're just going to be playing the 1st or 8th seed in the second round. So I don't even think you'll get past the second
Justin,
round. You're playing
I
the
just-
Rockets, you're not getting past the first round.
I don't really
The
care.
Rockets are not getting past
I just want a higher seed. I really don't care. This is just a little more experience here for the Thunder. We have young players now. we'll probably trade Chris Paul in the offseason.
3rd-7 if they would win the first round with your team,
Let's-
and you're changing the subject.
Thunder have a chance. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Jacob, what's your seeding?
Not to say Denver, Houston, probably Utah is in there. The
Thunder 6,
Mavericks, Thunder 6.
Thunder 6, Maverick 7.
Yeah,
Same
beautiful.
as me.
Beautiful. Yes.
All right, do we have like a question with the Buccaneers and Cowboys and Buccaneers and Saints we'll get to, and I'll try to get my guy in here.
We'll be getting some stuff
Yeah,
in
but
there very shortly, but let me actually show everyone how to do something quickly. So now, if you want to be a member, part of the show, this is what you have to do. I'm gonna just show everyone how to do it, so they'll see. Let me just give me 1 minute, please. Whoa. So what you'll have to do, let me just share quickly so everyone can see. You'll think this is great, Matt. You'll think this is very nice.
What Matt's on right now?
So just want to show everyone what they have to
What
do.
is that?
So basically what you do, guys, is you're going to go to this page. I'll put this in the comments. You're going to press this. And then you're going to, for next week, let's say next Wednesday, you're going to click that, and then you got the 10-minute time slots right here. How beautiful is this? So we have the segments. You reserve your spot. Let's say you want 8:30. Press confirm. You answer the questions. You schedule it. You're done. How good is that?
That is the best.
So it's simple. It's made to be simple and efficient. And there's really just not a need to worry about anything. Honestly, every little thing's going to be all right. So I'm going to put that in the description, please, everyone. And that's it. That's the link right there. It's just simple as can be. So while we're waiting for another guest, I'm going to ask you this, Matt.
What's up?
You know what? We'll go over the Yankee game. Let's see how we're doing so far.
I think the score is 1-1 right now.
It is.
Because Matt was on his
right.
phone the whole thing.
Max Scherzer has a hamstring injury.
Ooh.
So let's look at
That's
this.
not
Chad
good.
Green's in the game while we're waiting for our next guest.
I'm hoping the next guest joined and just missed my 2 FaceTime calls, so we will see.
Who are we waiting for?
Jeremy.
Okay, interesting.
Well, I don't know because
So we're waiting for that.
so I'm hoping maybe we go over a question. You want to do the Buccaneers question, Matt?
How about we do
Jacob, can we do the Buccaneers question? You have it.
I thought we're waiting for someone
No,
else.
we're gonna do the Buccaneers question. We'll go from there.
let's talk about a CJ Mosley question.
I need to see Matt. Please change it.
Okay.
All right.
So the end. How the Jets play without CJ Mosley? We'll ask you first, Justin.
Okay, we'll do CJ Mosley. In my opinion, without CJ Mosley, it's gonna hurt. But one of the best defensive coordinators in the league is Greg Williams. Greg Williams could switch, change. People are gonna be playing 2 positions, 3 positions. I believe the Jets, it's gonna hurt them, but they'll recover and be fine without him.
I have to agree with Justin there. I think it's going to hurt them, but I don't listen. They played the whole year without CJ Mosley last year, at least most of the year.
Like 2 games. So.
Yeah, he played like 2 games or whatever.
And they
So-
did good on defense.
They didn't do terrible last year on defense. They were very good. They were probably an above average defense.
No, they were a great run stop defense.
Well, pass,
Definitely top.
you have to factor in pass too, but
Yes, top 5 run.
they're a very decent defense last year. So I feel like even if losing CJ Mosley is certainly not good.
We got Avery Williamson back. For Avery Williams.
So I feel like they'll still be fine without CJ Mosley. I feel like the linebacker core will still be okay with him because he did play a full year, or basically a full year without him last year. So I don't think it will really affect them that much this year.
So
Yeah.
Nothing on that.
So Mr. Burr is here.
That's not a segment.
He joined. You told him 9:20, right?
But we ran late.
Let's put in the chat. You know what? He can wait. He'll wait here. He'll wait here for the show. So I guess we're gonna continue without.
You want to just continue without him? Then
We'll continue without the guest, and he'll come next time.
Okay,
Bucks Saints. Which team has the scarier offense, Justin?
My opinion. Let's compare them. Let's go off of each thing. Buccaneers have Brady, Shady, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Gronk. The Saints have Drew Brees, Kamara, Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Jared Cook. Here's the one thing I've been saying this for a couple years already. You don't go against Brady. You're not going against Brady. Brady's going to have a high-power offense. I don't care who the Saints have. They have the two great receivers, Brady's favorite tight end, Shady McCoy, who was good 2 years ago. I feel perfectly confident in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having a scary offense.
I mean, listen, Justin, I do agree with you there. The Bucs offense is going to be very good this year. It's going to be a lot better without Mr. 30-30 man, Jameis Winston.
Of course, if you change the Hall of Fame to Jameis Winston.
I will give them that. Tom Brady does have to learn Bruce Arians' offense, which I think he'll have no problem with doing. I'm sure he'll love his weapons. He'll have O.J. Howard. He'll have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cameron Brate. And I think he'll very much enjoy his time there in Tampa. But I do have to for me, it's more of like an even split between the Saints and the Bucs, because I feel like when they go up against each other, it's certainly going to be offensive battles. Their defense won't do much. They might have like a few plays, like maybe a pick or so.
The run defense is great.
That's not. Yeah, no. I'm not talking about that. Their run defense. The Bucs' pass defense does have stuff to prove, but just looking at the offensive side, I think it's a very even match there. I think both offenses are very good. Both offenses will match up very well against each other. The games that they play this year, if they end up playing them, will be very high-scoring games, and I think they'll be very good games to watch.
If you want more analysis on that, you can watch our latest video Monday. We were talking about the NFC South and the AFC South.
Right,
we went very in-depth on that.
So I think Tampa Bay is a very good offense, but I still don't know. Brady's 43. It's kind of old.
Oh, you were saying a couple years ago, Brady's age. And what happened?
Brady does not age like a normal NBA player. Not a normal NBA player, normal NFL player.
But the bottom line is that Brady is still aging, and it's a thing.
Okay.
Brady is okay. There's no need to worry, Jacob. No need to worry.
Sure. Let's move on.
No, wait, no, we're debating off this.
Okay, keep talking. I don't think there's
no. Why do you want to move on then?
I'm not. I'm just messing around.
No need to worry. But
we were just having a conversation.
Brady does not age like a normal NBA player. Why do I keep saying that? Normal NFL player does.
Are you cursing on a stream?
My bad. But he does not age like a normal NFL player does. Brady is still 43. He's very good at 43 for what it is right now. I feel like Brady will be good fine in Tampa.
I feel like Shady could improve and be something good for that.
Definitely. Very, very good.
I think they confirmed Ronald Jones as their starting back, though. But Shady still will be there.
Shady will be there getting some pass down back. I'm very confident in Shady.
He's a good piece for them.
2 years ago, how good was he?
Huh?
2 years ago, how good was he?
He's very good with the Bills, but then he went to the Chiefs this past season.
One off year.
Just a backup running back for them, which is
off year. Shady at the end of the year, he'll be the running back.
Shady is in ring chasing mode right now, so he's kind of in like that twilight of his career. Because it was rumored that he could have went back to the Eagles, but he declined that because he wanted to go to a contending team. So he signed a contract with Tampa, which I think was a good decision for him.
The smartest decision he could ever do.
Oh, of course, because he already won a ring with the Chiefs, so he wants to go to another team.
And of course, if you go with Brady in the NFC, Brady won 6 Super Bowls, so you can go off that.
Yeah. Brady's a very winning cornerback. He's been to 9 Super Bowls, I think it is.
Now Jacob wants us for a 10-minute segment to go to the next segment. There you go, Jacob. Happy now?
I'm doing fine. Once again, everyone, you can comment your questions in the chat, and we will talk about them later in the show.
How many viewers we have now?
We currently have 5 viewers.
Oh, the best. It's very good.
Very good. Okay, so let's bring on our guest.
What? No, we have another. Okay, we're just gonna skip the whole thing. Okay.
No, aren't we doing Sabonis? 76ers.
You want to sit there, or are we waiting?
We'll talk to him. We'll have him about it.
Oh, right. Okay, we'll have him talk about it too.
All right, let's bring in Jared.
Biggest Knicks fan.
Here he is, Jared. How are you?
He's black screen. I don't know where he is.
Here.
I agree, Armand. Family-friendly stream. Matt is being very rude.
I apologize.
And then he's smiling, and he's getting red, the whole thing. You should just zoom in on his face.
Justin's currently dying in the background for no apparent reason. No surprise there.
Here he is.
The
Hello.
biggest Knicks fan.
Here he is.
You got a haircut there? Or is it just a new hair? I don't know.
New hair?
I don't know. Or is it just, I don't know. Looks like a haircut. I don't know. Is he here?
Jared, good morning. You're on the show.
He might be having trouble hearing us.
Yeah. Jared?
Still can't hear us.
Hello? Great. I love technical difficulties. And I love watching this show right now.
I'll be back in a minute, okay? No need to worry.
Okay.
Okay. So, you know what? We'll talk about it. How important was the win for the 76ers trying to get the 5th seed after losing to the Pacers without Sabonis? Matt, you could start.
Oh, it was very important for them because they needed to beat the Spurs. Justin's very happy because they beat the Spurs because the Spurs were one of those teams that are still contending for the 8th seed. So, Justin, that was a very good game for you. But they need to keep up their momentum because that loss to the Pacers, where T.J. Warren dropped 53, was a very, very big win for the Pacers because now they're a full game ahead. They have the tiebreaker and they are still a full game ahead of the Sixers. The Sixers need to be hot. They need to win most of their games, and they need the Pacers to lose 2 games so that they'll actually be able to get the 5th seed.
Yeah, very, very well said.
In my opinion, I feel like the 76ers are playing not the best.
No, they're not playing well. The only person I'd say is playing good on their team is Joel.
They're giving up 132 points.
Their defense has not been very good. I don't know why.
127 and 130 points. You can't be giving up that much. Going off that, but that versus Spurs, that was a huge win. If Shake Milton did not hit that shot, that would have been 0-3 or 2-1. What's the record now?
They're 2-1 right now.
They would have been 1-2. That would sucked. They wouldn't have got in. Personally, I'd rather be the 3rd seed, 3rd versus 6th, so you don't have to play Giannis.
I mean that is true, but I don't know.
Not necessarily, I feel like the Raptors are a better team than the Bucks.
I feel like at this point, though, their better matchup in the first round is certainly the Heat because they match up well against the Heat, so they might have a chance against the Heat rather than if they go up against the Celtics. The Celtics do play a smaller lineup, so I feel like that would be problems because you do have Ben Simmons and you have Joel Embiid, who are two of the tallest players in the Eastern Conference, so it would be a little bit tough for them to match up well against them. But it's very surprising to me at least how many points they're giving up a game. Because they do have a good defensive lineup. They're just giving up points for no apparent reason.
Yeah, that's just their defense in general.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid can't spread the floor that much.
Yeah, they really can't. But Joel's a great defender, and so is Ben Simmons.
Would you rather play defense or spread the floor?
Huh?
Would you rather play defense or spread the floor? Yeah.
It's tough because, I mean, I don't know. It's tough because you basically are substituting offense for defense. So they're basically
I'm saying you can't win with Joel Embiid.
So now what they're basically banking on is they're saying that you basically we have to outscore more than you, and then we'll
like the Rockets who felt the rebounding.
Pretty much. But
I don't think on this.
I don't think Joel Embiid's the problem though. I think Ben Simmons is the problem.
This is the bottom line. 76ers, they always have a problem. For some reason, they always have a problem. And they can never fix it. It's kind of sad, to be honest. It's sad. It's depressing. They really need some help.
Next. You have nothing.
Next. Okay, here's our guest, Jared.
What's up, Jared?
Jacob
was saying wish about a team and he had no clue what to say.
I knew.
Yeah, I heard that.
76ers always have a problem. You're wrong.
Oh my God.
There's always a problem in Philly for them.
My take on how important that win was against the Spurs. I think you always want to be the higher seed. So like now they're officially at 5 over the Pacers now after that win, or is that how that works?
No, they're still at 6, but they're now a full game back from the Pacers. So the Pacers have the tiebreaker over them.
Pacers are probably going to get.
So the Sixers.
So think about this. If they get to 6, they're playing the Celtics, and then 5 they play the Heat. So it makes a big difference. Like I feel like the Celtics for them are easier. It's an easier opponent. Like I don't know. I just feel like they struggle against the Heat for whatever
Because of the
reason.
Celtics,
So-
who's the tallest guy?
Huh?
Who's the Celtics' tallest guy?
And
Tallest guy, Daniel Tight. All right, Cantor. No, well, technically Taco Fall. But
If
he
you're
doesn't play.
talking about one person that's actually going to play, it's Ennis
How
Cantor.
tall is Ennis Kanter?
Yes,
7 foot.
or
7.
same thing, whatever.
7 foot, and then 6'8" is
But he's
Theis.
trash at defense.
They're running
He's trash
small
at
ball when
defense.
Theis is on the court. So that's why I don't think small ball ever works with a 6'8" center with Theis.
Tyson's not
Let's see.
6'8".
All right. So his height is 6'10". That's his listed height, but with shoes, it's
6'8"
probably
center, and you have 6'8" with Theis? I don't think that works.
No, but he's probably
he's
7'1".
7'1", so
I'm trying to say
Yeah.
that he is probably 6. He's probably 7 foot with shoes on.
That's what I was saying with the Bucks. Remember when I was saying
And Theis is probably 6'10" with shoes on.
I was telling Jared about this when Giannis was playing at the 5. It was like the Celtics game, which happened before when Giannis was playing at the 5.
mhm.
Open night.
yeah, I remember watching that game.
Yeah. So
I
that's
think the other day when we were watching Bucks Rockets together, did they play him at the 5 at all?
somewhat, yeah. I think they did.
Yeah, they did. I think a few times.
What was I gonna say? Jacob, what's our next question with the Burr?
The next question with the Burr is
Well, trust me, I don't even see how. Oh, speaking of, I was actually about to bring up TJ Warren,
then you
Oh,
start. You
sure.
start. You start.
but
You
yeah,
start. Get your
I
thoughts.
just don't see how. Like, I'm just going back to the Sixers for a second. If they end up playing the Pacers, they're not winning. If TJ Warren is balling like how he is, 51, then 34, then 32, he's like constantly putting out amazing numbers. Or was it 51? I think it's 54, something like that. 53. Like, nonetheless, still insane. I don't see the Sixers beating them. And was I impressed? Certainly. He is the bubble MVP. And the Pacers are 3-0 in the bubble, which nobody saw coming. He's putting the team on his back with that absence of Sabonis.
You know what my only issue with TJ Warren's numbers? With those 30 points, he was playing the Wizards once and he was playing the Magic once. The Wizards Magic.
Okay, but
The only good
the,
team they-
50,
the
the
only good
54
team
point
they-
game, 53 was against the Sixers, right?
I give him credit for that, but the other two was like, eh. But I'm very impressed with him. He's never really
Okay, James Harden put up 61 against the Knicks last year.
But
And
James
that's like
Harden
last year's Knicks that were worse.
You're saying
Come
TJ
on,
Warren, James Harden, two different people. They're totally different. But I'm
Okay,
impressed.
but it's like a big scoring performance against a bad team. And
They're-
honestly, TJ Warren's teams that he was up against are better.
I'm very
So-
impressed by him, but I don't think the Wizards of Magic are that much competition. By getting
I do have
Okay,
to
but
agree that
you
I am
don't see
impressed.
you don't see Julius Randle putting up 53 against the Magic.
George
or the
Hittle's not a
Wizards.
star player on any team.
All right, fine. Think about another.
Okay, give me a player.
like-
I'm waiting.
Think about another like automatic score like Devin Booker. I mean, he put up 71 against the Celtics. That's like actual competition. Like he would do the same against any other bad team.
I mean,
I don't think it matters.
Credit
I mean,
off of
I'm-
that team. That's my opinion.
here's the thing, though.
I'm impressed.
When Devin
Any
Booker
team that's in the
scores,
bubble is pretty good, honestly. Besides
The
the
Wizards
Wizards
are
and
good?
the Nets, so
the Wizards
so
are
besides the
Magic-
Wizards,
Magic is screwed.
Magic are pretty good.
No,
Honestly.
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm saying they're screwed because Jonathan Isaac out for the
Jonathan
year.
Isaac, 20,
Their best team defender. They really needed him there.
Matt, what do you think with Warren? I'm impressed
Okay, but
with
Jonathan Isaac played in that game.
Listen, I certainly am impressed with TJ Warren's performance, but I do have to agree with you, Justin. The only good team that he's went up against so far is the Sixers. He went off for 53 that game. They really should have guarded him better. But do have to agree with you. The Magic without Jonathan Isaac, they're still a good defensive team, but they're not as good of a team
Vucevic,
without
the
him.
defender.
No, Vucevic he's a good player. I don't know about defender.
He's not guarding Warren.
He's decent at the.
Yeah.
He's all right.
I
But
don't know, I
and,
just think
then,
that
and then playing the Wizards, they're just like
The Wizards are a joke.
they're a throwaway game.
without Beal or like the Knicks, so I wouldn't even like consider.
It's
like,
legitimate
that's-
throwaway game. At
Okay,
that
that
point.
one I agree with, but it's not like the Magic are terrible. Like I mean,
They're not.
They
No,
have a
we're,
losing
we're
record,
not,
but-
we're not saying they're terrible.
They're
We're,
the lower seed teams out of the
yeah,
whole.
we're saying they're
yeah,
like
they're one of
seven.
the worst teams that's in the bubble. If that's what you're asking.
Yes,
But- I just think it doesn't matter. Like I mean, it matters a little bit, but like the fact
I'm
that he's been
impressed,
able
but
to
I'm just
put up
saying
those
that-
numbers in the first place, it should be impressive.
Right. I'm
Doesn't matter
impressed,
who his
but
opponent
with
is.
those two teams, I can't really say, oh my god. It's just
Oh, well,
my-
who do the Pacers
It's
play
not
next?
that I'm not impressed with him. It's
Don't they
just
play the
like
Lakers in like a day or two?
Do plays the Lakers in a day or two?
I think the Pacers do.
I'm gonna check right now. Hold on.
Pacers play. Oh yeah, Saturday. They play Pacers.
All right, they do play.
Yeah.
Wow. That's gonna be. It's
So
gonna be a
that's
good
probably
game.
their next game, right?
I
Or
mean,
maybe there's a game.
Going off how the Thunder game went tonight, the Lakers just aren't
They have
trying.
the Suns tomorrow, and then Saturday they have the Lakers.
Oh yeah, that was a big one by the Thunder. That was crazy.
That's why I'm saying the Lakers. I'm not saying the Lakers are that good, in my opinion.
Clippers are making the
No,
finals.
we
no way.
know, we know,
We
we
know.
know.
I told you there's 2 players.
NBA
now.
finals.
Los
Clippers are-
Angeles.
Listen,
Gross.
I don't disagree with you there, Justin. All I'm saying is the Lakers are just right now. They already clinched the 1 seed. They are not trying whatsoever. They're doing what the Bucks are doing now. They are physically just not playing their star
LeBron
players.
not play second half.
Huh? No, I'm saying they're not playing their normal minutes.
I want to see how much LeBron is playing right now.
Right now, we're making it yellow to dedicate the stream to the LA Lakers.
LeBron played tonight
Okay.
30 minutes.
30 exactly. Giannis,
Yeah, he was very inefficient.
Giannis played 15.
He wasn't good tonight.
So exactly.
Hello, Nick.
Giannis played 16 minutes.
What's up, Nick? How are you?
How are you, Nick?
Well, thing aside, but what's our next question? This question is big.
This is humongous. The next
Humongous
question is, who's the best chance to be the
Oh,
8th
this is a
seed
very big debate around the
before
NBA
the planned
community.
game after the Memphis Grizzlies lost their star, Jaren Jackson? So
All
I'm
right,
gonna
hear me
start.
out.
I'm gonna
Hear
start
me
right
out.
here.
I think that the 8th seed is going to be the
Oh,
Trailblazers, and the 9th seed is going to be the Spurs.
Oh,
Spurs
wow!
Spurs are gonna
What a
force
hot
game.
take!
Spurs,
Yeah.
are,
Wait,
the Spurs are going to force
Time
a play in.
out. Jacob, stop yelling. Jared, just talk. Okay, what were you saying, Jared?
So the 8th seed is going to be the Blazers, and 9th seed is up in the air, but it's either going to be the Spurs or the Suns. I'm leaning more towards the Spurs, because they're 3-0 in the bubble, and they've almost
They're
beat
not
the
3-0.
Sixers, and they've beat some pretty good teams since
They're
being in the
1-1.
bubble.
Wait. How are they 3-0 when they
They're
lost?
Oh no, not 3-0. They
They're
won
2-2.
Boston. It was only. They're 2-2?
The Suns are 3-0. The Suns are 3-0.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking of. All right, so
Spurs are
it's either the
2-2.
Spurs or the Suns for the 9th seed, and Blazers are going to be 8.
Yeah,
That's what I see.
the Kings are, in my opinion, are
Kings
No.
are garbage.
I fully disagree with all of you. The Portland Trailblazers will be the 8th seed.
No, but I
Yeah, I
agree with
said
that.
that.
I agree with
No,
that.
but
I
the
agree with
9th seed, I'm disagreeing with you.
Who do you think? Grizzlies still?
9th seed, I'm thinking the Spurs, or I could see.
The Grizzlies still?
I'm saying the Grizzlies are 10.
I mean, listen.
I'll tell you why if the
I'm going
Pelicans.
with Suns.
Because they
I'm
have
going
an
with
easy schedule, but it's going to come down to Spurs-Pelicans. That game is going to be crucial.
Suns. Totally
I
forgot
have
about
to
Hamilton.
somewhat agree with you there, Justin. I have a feeling I'd feel a lot better about the Pelicans right now if they had won that game against their first game against the Jazz.
All right, I don't feel that.
I would have felt a lot better about them right now.
I don't have faith in them.
I see.
They don't have close like the Suns do.
There is a good chance of that happening, Justin, where you have the Blazers being the 8th seed and the Pelicans being the 9th seed. But my point is they need to be very hot. They cannot.
I agree with Jared with the Trailblazers Spurs. Those two.
Oh yeah.
100% agree with.
Yeah.
That,
Well,
that-
it may be the
that
Suns.
is a
It's got-
possibility.
I'm
gonna go with
kinda on
New
the fence
Orleans.
between Spurs or Suns.
Wait, Jacob, why are you going with New Orleans?
I just think New
Who's
Orleans.
the 8th
They,
and 9th seed?
what?
8 and 9th.
Portland and the Trailblazers.
What?
Portland and the Trailblazers.
Sorry, Portland and the Pelicans.
Why do you think the Pelicans?
Because they have Zion and they have a great young team. They're a great team. And
What
Young
do you
team
feel
doesn't
about
mean
the
playoff
first
success.
Players, Jacob, besides
Young
Zion.
team, they're not clutch at all.
Players.
What do you feel about
Oh,
the
Brandon
first
Ingram,
three
that's
games?
it. Brandon
Jacob, what do you
Ingram,
feel
okay,
about the
fine.
first 3 games?
they've been all right. Like they've been messing with Zion a little. I feel like they've been limiting his time a lot.
Yes, because they don't want him to get hurt, which is
Are they 1-2 so far in their
Yeah.
first 3 games? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
beat,
not
they
bad.
beat the
It's
Grizzlies.
3 games. Okay, it's like
But
you start
no,
off the football
Jacob,
season 1
Jacob,
and 2.
being-
Okay,
being below 500 right now, like they should have won that Jazz game easily, but they blew it. So that's why I said I had more confidence in them if they won that Jazz game. 'Cause
So,
they-
Matt, going back on this, what do you think the Portland Blazers record will be?
how many? What's their record right now?
2-1.
2-1. I give them 5-3, maybe 6-2, because they're looking like a very good team right now. You know.
Now everything you said about Portland's not making it, the whole thing. Now you're changing.
No, listen. I had Portland. making
fickle.
But you don't.
You've been doubting me and Jacob this whole.
Listen. I
Because
Portland's making
I
it.
hate to interrupt. But we are here for the greater good.
all I have to say is I never said I didn't have the Blazers make the playoffs. I said that I don't know if they'd beat the Lakers in the first round. That's what I said.
You,
But,
you said
so-
the Pelicans were making instead of them.
Me? No, I never said that. Jacob said that.
Jacob never said that. He was in Portland.
But so one person.
Go back on his thing.
Putting words into my mouth. That's what you're doing. Putting words into my mouth.
One player that
I've
has
done
really
nothing.
impressed me
I
from the
have done
Blazers,
nothing.
Gary Trent.
Oh, Gary Trent Jr.
Great shooter.
Gary Trent-
Oh, great
balling.
player. Very
Wait,
good player.
What am I going to say? Oh, yeah, Matt. Remember you saying about Carmelo Anthony can't play defense? 2 steals and a block. I'm just wondering. And then he hit the three coming down.
Carmelo Anthony's been hella clutch in the bubble.
Melo
He's
did
got
well
the talent.
during
He's got the nice shots.
lost weight, and he looks a lot better now.
No, Matt's just been hating on him like the longest time I know. And it's just good seeing his reactions now.
You realize I hate on him because it annoys you. You just get so annoyed by it. It's funny.
Then you should say that.
That's why I hate on him because it annoys
Now
me.
you're finally bringing that to my attention because he's doing good and you know he's good.
Well, I thought you knew that because I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, I knew that. Okay, but you're doing something new every day.
I have no hate against Melo. I don't
Okay,
hate him.
Jacob, let's go to the next one. Good to see you, Jared.
Thank you for joining us
What's
today,
that
Jared.
question?
We will see you
Joining
next
us,
week.
Jared.
You can
Great
sign up.
guest.
You can
Oh,
sign up on the
alright.
YouTube link.
You're gonna be excited for the YouTube.
Thank you for watching and listening today and joining us, Jared. Okay.
So Justin's okay.
Okay. So we're here for the next question. I think somebody, I guess, might be joining us.
All
I'm
right.
not really so sure. So we're gonna.
I think Justin might be calling David now.
Okay, so we'll wait for him. So while we're waiting, we're gonna the YouTube. We're gonna do a Q&A in the chat. So if
Q&A,
anyone
yeah.
wants to say anything,
And what is any questions? We'll be free to
comment
answer
your
them right now.
questions. I'll answer anything you say. Anything. So comment. Oh, I'll wait.
David didn't pick up his phone, so I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll give him until 9:46. Okay.
I don't know if he sold because he didn't pick up. Did he sold? I think
We're gonna have to cut it a little bit short if we can't get David, or we're just gonna do the second by ourselves.
We're just gonna take it by yourself.
All right, that's fine.
But I don't know.
Okay. So let's start. Once again, let me just reiterate: you can follow us at the Second Take 2 on Instagram and Twitter, and the yellow is dedicated to the Lakers tonight.
Okay. Anyway, I got my 5. If you want to do it now.
Okay,
All
so let's go to some fantasy football predictions. Who are your top 5 running backs in fantasy football? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna say number 1 would probably be Christian McCaffrey. Not probably. It is Christian.
It is Christian McCaffrey.
Number 2, I'm gonna have to go Saquon.
Very good.
Number 3, I'll probably have to go Derrick Henry.
All right.
Number 4, I would probably go. Good one. Alvin Kamara, and 5 would be Zeke. The only reason I'm putting Zeke down lower is because you don't really know what Dallas will do. Even though they're a run, you would think they're a run team, but they have 3 good receivers, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I kind of disagree a little bit with you.
Oh, 1 second. Hold up. I made a promise. Somebody asked a question in the chat, and there was a question. Let me display it in a second. Our rabbi said, "Is Justin gonna get 2K ever? Get on 2K ever?"
Tell Armand. Oh, wait. Hello, Ian. How are you? Hello.
Yeah. How are you? Good to see you.
Why does Matt always do that? I don't know. I think he's a dick.
Because I'm just asking, how is he? Just a general
I promised I'd answer any questions. So Justin, we must answer.
Yes, but I don't know what day, time. We'll see, Armand. I actually don't have power right now, so
I've been trying to tell him that. But,
he doesn't understand English. Maybe.
Okay, back to fantasy, Justin.
Anyway, my top 5 running backs is you can't go wrong with CMC. Saquon Barkley is number 2 because if he wasn't hurt, he was gonna be a top running back. But we're gonna have to see how Daniel Jones is gonna be, and that rhymes.
I have to agree with that.
With that. But I'm just kind of injury prone, scared a little bit. But for me, I have Zeke. Zeke's a beast. He'll get more touches this year. Last year he did it because he was out like week 1 something with the thing. And he's always a good top 5 running back. He's consistent. That's one thing I like about Zeke. Alvin Kamara, he's going to get receptions. Drew Brees is there. He had 81 receptions in 2019. The only issue is now you added Emmanuel Sanders, and Drew Brees loves his number 1 target. So from 2018 to 19, Kamara did better 18 to 19. So that's going to be a little bit of a downfall. That's why I'm putting him at 4. And then my 5th is there's no Diggs. So I'm going to say Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was a PPR monster last year, and he got his contract. It's going to be good. I don't see Derrick Henry. No offense with Derrick Henry. He's not a pass down back, and that's PPR, and I wouldn't take him.
That I will disagree with. Here's my rankings. I have to go. Your top 2, both of you guys are fine. CMC, Saquon, have to agree with that fully. I have to go with. I'm going with Derrick Henry at 3. I have to agree with Jacob there because listen, Derrick Henry. I understand he's not that much of a pass catching back, but Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is dominant. Derrick Henry is just dominant.
That's the whole thing. PPR.
Derrick Henry dominates games.
Wait, Matt. So you're telling me he's going to get more?
Listen,
PPR in general than just running the football compared to.
Here's my thing this year. They lost Deion Lewis in free agency, who was their third down back. They didn't really use him that much last year. They did use Derrick Henry on third down last year. So I feel like Derrick Henry is going to get more of those third down opportunities. He's going to get more of those screen passes because Derrick Henry is a very good runner in the open field. If Derrick Henry gets his blocks and he's open in the open field, he's a very good runner. So I feel like they'll use him more in the passing game this year. I have at number 4. I'm going with Alvin Kamara. Very good.
Name me 1 year they did that with Derrick Henry.
Last year, he caught a lot of screens last year.
Compared to Alvin Kamara or Zeke, no,
not that. And
that's why I'm saying they're better for PPR.
Listen, I agree with you there, but I'm more of saying
You're going off the standard.
No.
Standard, I would take Derrick Henry 3rd. Yes.
I'm just going off in general. Who I would rank as just top 5 fantasy football running backs. Derrick Henry in any league is my 3.
Are you PPR? It's 2 different things.
I understand. PPR I still have him at 3.
You're crazy if you think that. You had a great playoff, had a good season, and now you're saying he's better than Zeke.
He had the rushing crown, and he had a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Hey, but that's rushing crown's good, but it's PPR. In standard, I would take him 3rd, 100%. Maybe
Derrick Henry had a lot of touchdowns last year. I expect the same out of him this year. But at number 4, I have Alvin Kamara, pass catching, dual threat back. I like him in the run game and the pass game. I have Dalvin Cook at 5. Zeke is not going to get as many touches this year because they have 3 dominant wide receivers: Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and
you're taking my boy Dalvin Cook out of this situation. I don't know why.
I said he's at 5. Dalvin Cook's at 5.
Matt,
what?
Okay.
What happened?
Wait, you commented on
What
Dalvin
happened?
Cook. I said he's at 5. Dalvin Cook is at 5.
What happened?
I said Dalvin Cook is at 5 for me.
Okay.
Justin froze up,
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay, so we'll keep doing this together. So let's move on to tight ends.
Tight ends. Okay.
So
You want to start with this one, Jacob?
yeah, I'm gonna start with it. Justin, are you back?
Oh, yes, I was going back on Dalvin Cook. Matthew, Dalvin Cook is going to be fine.
No. I said Dalvin Cook is 5 for me. Dalvin Cook is at 5 for me.
So you're saying Zeke's not in your top 5, but Derrick Henry is.
Mhm.
That you are. Who gets more receptions?
Who gets more receptions? Probably Zeke. But what I'm saying this year is Zeke is not going to get as many receptions, not as many touches this year. When you add in a receiver like CeeDee Lamb and you have the continued development of Michael Gallup.
No, Matt, out of how many years was Zeke consistently top 5? Past 4 years? So I'm
Every
going
year
off
since
of
his
4
rookie
years.
year.
Exactly. So I'm going off of stats in general. Derrick Henry off of 1 year. Why would I go off of 1 year compared to 4 years?
I agree with you there, but all I'm saying is.
So it's your sleeper pick to be 3rd.
He's my super pick to be 3rd.
And so you could have said sleeper.
Yeah, that's my super pick to be 3rd.
Okay. Then
So let's talk about the tight ends. So who's gonna start? I guess I'll start again. So I guess number 1 would have to be George Kittle. Number 2 would be Travis Kelce. 3 is I feel like the tight ends in fantasy, they could really either produce you a lot of points or a little. I guess we got to go with Gronk.
Might have a bounce back season after not being there for a year.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go with Gronk. Who else would I think is really good? It's almost hard. I almost want to say, which is a terrible pick by me. It's not even. You're gonna go crazy, but like, I don't. Now I'm not even gonna say it. I think Jimmy Graham is not bad. Austin Hooper is definitely one of those. I think Austin Hooper is 4.
Wait, okay. And who's your fifth?
The Austin Hooper pick I like. That's a good.
Who's your
pick.
I'm trying to think. I feel like it could be a lot of players.
Okay, Jacob. I don't even know if you did your research before.
Oh, I did.
The first
I'm
two
debating it.
I'll give you. But why is Gronk even there, or Jimmy Graham, or Austin Hooper? There's so many better. Let me explain why.
Okay, enlighten me.
Number one, Kittle's the best tight end. They have no other receivers. Kelsey's number one target. He got 12 targets a game last year. Patrick Mahomes. Three is Mark Andrews. Lamar Jackson's there. The second best target.
That's a good pick right there.
Mark Andrews was a beast last year. I would take him again. And then four is Darren Walker. Darren Walker, great year last year.
I have to agree with that.
Receivers.
He had a great year with Oakland last year. Great bounce back year.
My number five, this is a little unstable, but Hunter Henry's. Because the new quarterback situation, young quarterbacks like to pass the tight ends. And the other thing is Tyrod Taylor likes to pass the tight ends. Charles Clay was a great fantasy tight end 2 years ago, which I prefer with that. And they're not going to be winning that much. They're going to be passing tight ends. Even Hunter Henry's with Phillip Rivers was great last year the past 2 years. So that's mine over there. But there's other ones with Austin Hooper, Evan Ingram, Gronk. If you're in a 10-person league, you don't have to worry of tight ends.
Yeah, listen, you're going to be able to find – if you're in a 10-person league, there's going to be a good tight end on the waiver wire.
Definitely going to great – if number 10 and you get a good quarterback, I would do that.
Oh, yeah, totally. But so here's what I have. I have the same top two as you, George Kittle, very dominant tight end. Travis Kelce, also dominant. But the thing I will switch is Darren Waller, I think, is 3 for me, and then Mark Andrews is 4. I expect a little regression from Mark Andrews this year. He's still a top 5 for me, but I expect a little bit.
I don't trust Derek Carr. I
know you don't trust Derek Carr, but I feel like Darren.
Lamar Jackson or Derek Carr?
Huh?
That's what I base it off of. Lamar or Derek Carr?
It's tough because Lamar is still developing as a passer, and I feel like Derek Carr could have a bounce back season this year. I'm banking on Derek Carr.
When was the last time Derek Carr had a good season?
Huh?
When was the last time Derek Carr had a good season?
In 2016.
4 years ago?
Yeah, because Derek, listen, his offensive line has not been good. Derek Carr's been getting sacked a lot. His offensive line is finally improving. So I just have Darren Waller at 3, Mark Andrews at 4, and I do have a sleeper with Evan Ingram at 5 if he doesn't get injured.
Oh God, Evan Ingram!
Oh my God, bias!
If he
doesn't
doesn't
be realistic of your 5th.
I'm saying if he doesn't get injured. No, but that's realistic. If he doesn't get injured, he's at my 5.
Daniel Jones?
If he doesn't get injured, he's my 5.
Daniel Jones is your quarterback. No.
Okay, so
top 5. I would take Cooper over him.
Probably.
Why is he your top 5?
Listen, I'm going off if he doesn't get injured.
This is your sleeper pick.
He's my sleeper pick for 5.
Okay, 5th is sleeper. 5. Then I still respect that. Okay. Next, we're going to segment 5. Who is that? Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Nick, are you here? We're going to have a big rant. I'm very excited.
Oh, big rant from Nick.
So as we're doing that, we'll do another Q&A. Anyone can ask their questions.
But yeah, if Evan Ingram gets injured, I do not see him going for it at all.
Wow, this is sick.
Big news! One of our guests might be joining, and we might have another.
Look what they added, guys. Look what they added. Look. That's sick. Right? Matt, did you see that?
I did see that. That was very cool.
Guys, we'll be back in 30.
Dude, Jacob, stop this. Come on. Jacob, come on. Jacob. Bro. Jacob. Just wasting my time with this stupidity. Do we have our guest in here now?
We're back!
Do we have our guest in here now?
Hello, Nick is here. He'll be joining in a second. I don't see him yet on the thing. That's really cool. Those videos are awesome. They're awesome.
They're the best.
Nick will be here in a second. Should we wait another 30 seconds?
No, stop.
Let's not play. It's not needed. It's not needed.
I love that feature now. I love it. That's gonna be a new. We'll have a countdown before the new guest and everything.
I think Justin agrees with my sentiments here. This is not good.
Yeah. So here he is. How are you?
Wait, 1 second before we start this. How's the first hour? Is it good?
Oh, it's amazing right now.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to watch it after. But anyway, let's get to it.
Oh, Big Brother's on tonight, isn't it?
It's on right
Yes, of course. The best show. The
The
best.
best.
I know about that.
Survivor's better. Survivor's better.
Jacob, what's the first question?
What do you think about Yoenis Cespedes opting out of the season without telling the Mets organization? Nick?
I think he's just using it as an excuse. If he does have medical problems, like with corona or anything, then he.
Oops, I bet.
Like,
Go on.
I'm in. Okay. Yeah, he can only be he should be out for like a limited time. I don't think he should be out for the entire season. I don't think that's necessary. But if he's dealing with like other things, but that's not really what it said. It said like
My view
related.
My view on
So yeah.
however you say his name, Sylvester.
Yoenis Cespedes.
He was out 2 years with an injury. That was a whole other thing with the Mets.
Two separate injuries, which was very dumb.
Injuries, which were horrible.
It's very dumb.
You gave him 110 for 4 years. That is tremendously so much money. You don't
Listen,
get that player.
Yoenis Cespedes, when the Mets first got him, he was a very big part of their World Series team that went against the Kansas City Royals. But listen, Cespedes has been injured for 2 years now. It's just straight
He doesn't
decline.
want to be there. He does not want to be there. He doesn't like the Mets. And this might go back to the Mets organization. Is it really the Mets organization, or is it really?
The Mets at this point, they need new owners. They need a whole culture change within the
They need A-Rod.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if A-Rod's the best pick, but they certainly need new owners at this point. But there was actually a picture taken the next day of Yoenis Cespedes at the mall. So I don't know if COVID could.
I think no. I don't buy that whatsoever. He's just getting tired of the Mets and his injuries, the whole thing. I don't feel confident.
Wait, but can players just say I have medical problems? And
Yeah, they
just
could.
opt
Yeah,
out?
that's what they're doing.
Players are allowed to opt out for whatever reason they feel fits. So.
That's what
Oh,
Lou
then
Williams
that's
did.
probably that's exactly what
Wait,
they did.
1 second, guys. We have a surprise guest for 1 second.
You have
Hello.
to
Surprise.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you? Show your face to everyone.
It's a black
Outside.
screen
Can
on
I
the.
show my face?
It's in town.
Can
Oh,
I
it's in town.
Yo, my brother was at my house.
Yeah, I'm in the villages. I might stop by now.
I know.
Very
I could walk to where you live.
Very
Really?
cool.
Well, that's
Good.
kinda
Obviously, he
cool.
could because
That's-
he's there,
that's
so
kinda
you're not
cool.
far.
Show
It's
my
easy.
face.
Obviously,
Justin, I could walk to your house right now.
That
Great
is very
year.
cool.
that's awesome, dude.
That is.
Okay, bye. We have to go back for a show.
They won't let me show my face.
Bye. Okay, next.
Why would you need to do that?
I felt the need to.
So can we go to the next segment? We'll go to the next segment of Nick. Take the floor.
Okay, Nick, this is all you.
Oh, is my Edwin Diaz?
2 words.
Edwin Diaz ran.
Edwin Diaz.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with his rookie year. I lost my sheet of paper, so I'm just gonna go off it. So he didn't have the best rookie year, but it was still rookie year, so there's much to improve off that. So he was with the Mariners, and he I think had a few 15 blown saves. It's not as no, that's a lie. He had lower. That's the year with the Mets. Never mind. But yeah, he was playing very well on his third year with the Mariners, and that was the year they got traded because the Mets really needed a closer. And when they made that trade, it just went downhill from Edwin Diaz, especially last year, giving up the most home runs allowed and most blown saves, most win-loss percentages in the MLB for closers. And I don't think he should be on this team, but the team needs a closer, and they don't have one. Just today, they were up by 1 run today, and they had Diaz going in the bullpen, but no, they just let Lugo play out because they didn't want no, they were up by 2, and they didn't want to choke the game like he does all the time. They don't want risk, and I think that was smart on his part. But so the Mets, Edwin Diaz, in close games when they're up by 1 or 2 runs, most of the time especially one-run games. I think it was a 60-something percentage that he is going to give up more than 2 hits, which is probably leading to a run, which is another blown save.
Oh, Nick, this goes back to the new extra inning rule. So that makes
Oh,
it
yes,
when
yes.
when the guy's second.
Oh yeah, when he hit the
Yeah, I was going off that game.
Yeah.
that was another one. This season alone, he already blown a save, and
Oh,
he hasn't played a game where the Mets are winning going into the 9th inning.
Oh, and I'll put up some stats real quick. He's 6 for 21 in his saves.
6 for 21. That's awful.
That is horrible.
And his
he was
ERA
worse.
per game was 5.59.
I know.
Serious? Oh my
It's
God.
And he has the most 9th inning home runs given up by a single pitcher in a single season in the
correct.
MLB, which is
That is-
great.
Awful.
58
think-
pitch, 26 saves.
And I think
Has-
they could probably get better players. Like
Has
better
Edwin
closers.
Diaz ever had a good season with the Mets?
Not with the Mets, no.
Not with the
No.
Mets. Okay, so we only had good seasons with the Marlins.
He didn't even have really good season. He had
That
one
goes
good
back to,
season,
like, the
and that was the year he
Knicks.
got traded.
That goes back to the Knicks. Like, the Knicks signed someone who was good, like Dennis Smith. And he went downhill from there. It's just the curse of New York.
I mean,
get
he was okay.
Curse.
Wasn't that
Well,
good.
they traded for him with Robinson Cano. So what they did is the Mets wanted
Robinson
Edwin
Cano was
Diaz,
another.
but they said they would eat up Cano's salary. So they did that. So they got Diaz going to the 2019 season. Diaz last year had an even worse season. Didn't really have control, and he's great velocity in his pitch, great movement. He just can't really control his pitches for some reason. So this
That's
year
very true.
he's already messed up. I'd say, like, if I was a team, I would sort of want him because I would want to fix him up because the potential is you can't. There's no
So
potential.
would you take
He
him?
has so much
I
potential.
don't see potential there. I don't
Would
see
you
it.
take him for the Yankees right now?
There
Oh,
was potential, but
Wait, time out.
I don't think there
Jacob,
is.
would you have him closing for the Yankees?
No, we have Chapman. We don't need
No,
him.
that's not the question. There, you're not asking the right
Okay,
question.
if you were the Yankees, would you take him?
Would I want him on the Yankees? I totally would.
No,
You
no,
would
I
want
totally
Edwin
would.
Diaz
I,
on the
I would.
Yankees.
They would fix him. They would fix
No.
him.
No,
They
no,
would.
no.
no.
Okay,
Edwin
say what you
Diaz-
want.
Edwin
They
Diaz.
would fix him.
Time out.
Trust me,
Why
they
does
would.
Jacob think that? Why does Jacob
He's
think that?
this thing that they call unteachable.
Why does
He is
Jacob
No, no, no.
it's horrible.
Justin, let
No,
me-
that's not the. That's not the point.
Let me
He's
tell
a
you.
great. He's a good. He doesn't have control. If he's a few things to fix up, he'll be a great closer. I'm telling you that.
Let me
He's
tell
younger.
you why Jacob thinks this. Jacob thinks that his velocity is good. He thinks he has a good rotation of pitches, but he can't find the strike zone. And whenever he,
does,
finds
and-
the strike zone, and
and
whenever
he
he
just
finds
can
the
never.
strike zone, he just pitches home run.
Because his release points are
And
so
when he-
off, so the hitter can know if it's going to be the off-speed pitch or the fastball,
His pitches.
and the hitter knows what to hit. So it's really just a mess.
So listen,
Imagine the Houston Astros trash cans and Diaz. Oh, God's sakes.
if I'm the Yankees, and if I was to trade for Edwin Diaz, I would send him to AAA to try and fix him up. But I'm not having him on the active roster.
Let me close this out here. Nick, thank you for being a great guest. Enjoy the Big Brother last hour. I'll be there very soon. And let's have Armand if you're still in here. Please come in. Enjoy, and I'll call him.
The next person is who?
Wait, time
Bye,
Armand.
guys.
Okay, Chabai. Thank you.
Bye.
Chabai. Okay, so we'll be back in 1 second, guys. Let me just ask you, how's everyone doing today? We'll be back in 30 seconds. We are back. The Yankees just won. The Yankees win.
Yankees, let's go.
Okay, so here he is. You see the countdown there was beautiful because we got the time and now he's here.
Hopefully,
The
let's go.
guest is here. How are you?
Welcome Armand to the stream.
Hello. Hello.
So we have 2 questions.
Yes,
One,
sir.
let me just let you know we dedicated the stream to be yellow tonight just for the Lakers.
I saw.
Are the Toronto Raptors the real deal after defeating the Los Angeles Lakers? I'm sorry, I meant Scrubs. So
Oh,
I'm gonna ask you that.
What do you have about tonight's game with the Thunder? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, the Lakers already clinched the first seed.
No, but LeBron
So,
played 30 minutes, so I'm just wondering off of how did they lose then?
I mean, I don't think he's really trying. I think he's just saving for the playoffs at this point.
So
He doesn't
because
really need to try. He doesn't.
he's playing 30 minutes and not trying. If
Very
he
well
played
said.
15 minutes like what Giannis did, I would respect it. But anyway,
Bro, he doesn't need to try. Like, he's not going to go full sweat. He's really not.
dude,
Like,
I don't-
It's a tactical
buy that.
thing. It doesn't
Just-
matter how
I
many
just-
minutes you
I
play.
think- I
If you
think
don't
the
try,
reason
it doesn't really matter.
That Frank Vogel is playing him 30 minutes is more for conditioning reasons because he doesn't want LeBron
Exactly.
to get tired entering the playoffs. So
So,
30 minutes is not actually 30 minutes. It's more of just
30
LeBron
minutes, so he
staying in condition,
If he
really.
played 30 minutes, they can put one.
It's more
That's
running
why-
around. It's like running around for 30 minutes, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's what AD did. AD played 29 minutes tonight. Was he trying all of those 29 minutes? Probably not.
No, probably most of them.
Obviously
Keeping the
not.
stamina up.
Jacob, what's your? Oh,
The Raptors always were the real deal.
Third and fourth best player. Let's go.
What?
Off. You want Armand? Who's the third and fourth best player? If you want to go off
Wait,
that.
say that again?
Who's the Lakers'
Third and
third
fourth
best player?
Third and fourth?
Alex Caruso.
No.
I knew you were
You
gonna
have
say that.
Kuzma. He's
And
third.
okay,
And probably at
Yeah, this is
this
hesitations here. There ain't one.
No.
Jacob, besides Portland, name another basketball team that you actually like.
The Knicks.
there you go.
The Knicks.
That says everything. That
But
says
there's
everything.
not a Danny Green shot 0 for 12 one night or 0 for 10 from 3 and 0 for 12 from the field one night. So I don't know.
Wait, say that again?
One night he shot 0 for 10 from the field.
Who?
0 for 10 for 3. Danny Green and 0 for 12 from the field. Anyway, let's go to our question. We're getting off sidetrack, and I want to talk to Armand about the Lakers. But anyway,
So let me finish with. Let me answer it. I'll start off. The Toronto Raptors always were the real deal, and I think we never
Yeah.
really. The public didn't realize that until they actually beat the Lakers. But
I
I
agree.
don't think even when they had Kawhi overshadowed the whole
And
team.
Danny
But they were.
Green.
They were still always a very good team, and I don't think there was
Listen,
anything.
I don't know how big of a piece Danny Green was on their team. I
Danny
feel
Green
like
was a shooter for them.
Kawhi was the big.
Kawhi was the main deal, yes.
Listen,
But they're still good.
with the development of Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam's taking over Kawhi's shot this season, they've been a very good team.
Matt,
I think
I
they'll do.
don't think you could go wrong with 5 people that could shoot on the floor.
Oh, you can't.
That's why I feel like they're so dominant.
I know.
Bucks.
Marcus Hall can shoot at center too, and they have a very good balanced lineup. OG Anunoby, very good for them as well.
Lee,
Yeah,
Paul
Van-
Jefferson, the other guy, Boucher is a good defender as well,
he is too.
which I'm very excited to see them. I think the Raptors personally could get top 2, maybe upset the Bucks. That's my opinion off of it. But the real deal, I think beating the Lakers gave them momentum for the rest of the season.
I really think it did too, and I have Bucks Raptors in the conference finals right now. With
But
maybe
I could possibly see the Raptors in 6, like last year.
we'll definitely see. We'll definitely have to see what happens.
What do you think, Armand?
I mean, the Raptors have always been one of those teams that are like always up there. But when LeBron was in the East, they didn't really like if they would go against him, he would just destroy them. So now I feel like they got their quote unquote revenge. So they're gonna pick up on that and then they're just gonna move forward and hopefully do something great without, we'll say, a star player.
That's I just have. I feel like the Raptors are such all around great depth, great GM. There's nothing wrong off that.
Great coach, Nick Nurse.
Yeah, he should have been going through where he got robbed.
No. That's not coach of the year in the NBA, though. That's a different thing.
I don't think Budenholzer and Donovan are.
But Justin, that's not coach of the year for the
Okay.
NBA. That's something
I was
else.
going off there. Last question. This is a very great question to talk about. My favorite player, but
Should we do a little 30-second break?
No.
Should we do it?
No needed. Not needed. Not needed, Jacob.
Camper,
Here
I
we
said
go.
do what your heart desires. If you want to do a 30-second break, go for it.
Stop.
God.
I'm back. I'm back. I was dancing. I love the music. I love the music. Should I do it again?
No,
Camper, do
no.
whatever your heart
I'm leaving.
desires.
I'm leaving. if
Camper,
you
do whatever your heart desires.
Did Carmelo Anthony prove the haters wrong last night? 15 points, 11 rebounds, 2 steals last night when the Portland Trail Blazers beat the Houston
Simple
Rockets. I'm going to start with the
Yes.
biggest fan of them all.
No, let's start off with Armand. I want to hear his argument towards this. And then we can get.
All right. See, I'm not a Melo fan, so to me, I really don't care. He had a good game. So, I mean, for Portland fans and for the team, that's good. But I really don't care. So
Okay.
he
Armand.
didn't really prove anything because
Oh, you.
people knew what he could do when he was younger, and his skills just diminished for a while. And this is a good thing for him, but I don't think it really proves much until they actually make it to the playoffs, until they've clinched like a playoff seed, I should say.
Wait. Okay. Let me explain and tell you why you're wrong. Basically, they're the highest chances right now. They're the 9th seed. They're only 1 game back. So if they win tomorrow, it's a half a game back from the 8th seed. And Memphis lost Jaren Jackson. But going on to this, imagine you were humiliated after 10 games and getting released from the Houston Rockets and hitting the game-clinching shot and the block to save your team and beat them and show that you have stuff to prove and you could win on a championship team and having light defense, shooting efficient, and
Are
people
the
saying you shouldn't be in the
Blazers
league.
a championship team, though? Are they a
Portland-
championship team?
What did they do
Yeah.
last year? Western Conference Finals. When you have Damian Lillard, the best point guard in the league. Yes.
Do you
Damian
think
Lillard
the
played in the conference a whole-
wait. Justin, realistically, on realistic terms, let's say somehow they beat the Lakers. How far are they going in the playoffs?
They don't beat the Lakers.
No,
They're
no,
not making
on-
it past the first round.
And let's just say, in an alternate universe, they beat the Lakers.
Hypothetically,
They beat the Lakers. How far did they go, Justin?
If they played a Thunder in the second round, they're beating the Thunder.
Okay. Then what about the conference finals? Let's say the Clippers.
There. The
Let's say
Clippers
the
are there. We could take them. If not, I think we could take them to 7. If not, we'll go Western Conference Finals. That's perfect. But if
Okay.
we have finals, I'm happy.
and if we're telling the truth here, I think the Lakers are beating Portland in 5.
I don't know about that.
They're beating them in 5.
I don't know about that personally.
They're beating them in 5.
I don't buy it. Gary Trent Jr. is playing amazing.
Gary Trent's been great over these past few years.
Simons is playing good. Hazonia is switching back and forth. Hassan is a good center.
How
No,
many, how many minutes has Simons been playing off the bench for the backup
He
guard?
played last night, but the other 2 nights he didn't. There was Hazonia because it was small ball off of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna look right now how many minutes he played exactly.
Because I saw he wasn't playing many minutes. I was wondering how many.
But he played 60 minutes last night.
Okay, so not
Played
that
good
much.
defense on Harden. So I was very happy. But I personally could see without Rondo and Avery Bradley, the Portland Blazers can make some noise.
I don't think they're beating the Lakers though. They could.
So, no.
The
Let's
farthest-
hold it right.
the
Hold
farthest
that
they're
Wait,
going-
I'm
thought.
not.
Six
Who's the
games.
fourth best
Furthest
player?
they're
Give
going
me
to
the
6
fourth best player in the Lakers. I'm still waiting.
Wait, say that again.
The fourth best player in the Lakers. I'm still waiting.
I mean, there's so many to pick from. It's hard
Okay,
to pick
pick.
a 4th best player.
Pick. Kuzma's inconsistent. I don't play that much.
Kuzma's the 3rd best player.
He's inconsistent. Third best player.
Okay, but what year is he in? His third
think
or 4th year,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes.
Right.
I think
So
third
you
year.
can't.
Third year.
So his first 2 years, the Lakers weren't that good. I'm gonna be honest, they weren't.
Last
And
year
then
they were
now-
good until LeBron got hurt.
I mean,
Okay.
they were an okay team, but then
They were an
LeBron got
okay
hurt
team.
in
They
the war.
weren't. They aren't how they are now. So, you can't really.
And when you think about it, Kuzma,
You know,
his minutes
Kuzma's
are
being overshadowed by LeBron and AD. He's
no,
definitely
and
being
this is the
overshadowed.
problem. They have more forwards on the court, so he's getting less minutes and less time to produce and be a young star. That's why if he went to the Pelicans over Lonzo or Brendan Ingram, he would be
But the thing is, Lonzo's improved because of that trade.
right.
so-
Kuzma would be improved as well in that trade.
I don't think so, though.
I feel like the reason the Pelicans didn't want Kuzma is that they saw more potential in Brandon Ingram and Lonzo
right,
Ball
but if Kuzma was there, I feel
And Josh Hart.
and Josh Hart. But Josh Hart was more of like a kind of like a third player just thrown in
Yeah, he
there.
was just more of like a stand-up shooter. Like
Yeah, pretty much.
if he's open,
Like,
just
like,
give
like
him
a
the ball.
3D guy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But I believe after looking at Portland's past 3 games, they played great.
They played very well their past 3
Okay, they beat the Rockets, who else did they beat?
Memphis, and they took the Celtics. They were down 24, and they almost made a comeback.
Yeah, but they ended up falling.
But they still lost.
But they
Still
made
lost.
a comeback, and in the last couple seconds, they blew it. But they made a great comeback, down 24.
Still lost though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
so let me share my point.
The Lakers are 2
Yeah,
losses.
you
then.
can talk
I can
first.
believe that. 2-2.
What happened?
Lakers are 2-2.
Okay, but how many of those games were they actually trying?
Then they were 2-1 while trying. Same as Portland.
Okay, but the Lakers didn't really need to try.
Oh, they needed to get 2 wins.
Listen, they needed the games
Okay, they
against
would have
the
gone
Jazz.
2
They
games
needed
anyway.
the games against the Jazz and the Clippers, and that was really
Right,
good.
but the Clippers, if they're
Okay, the first game
Williams,
they tried really hard just to
if they
prove
had
a point.
wait, I make this
Just to
up.
prove a point.
Wait, if they had Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams, would the Lakers win?
No,
Thank you.
they would have tried harder against the Raptors, though. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like the Raptors.
If they
need
lost to the
get-
Clippers, then yeah, they would have gone. They would have blown out.
I don't think they're
No, not blown
Not
out.
blown
No.
out, but like
It would have been a lot more competitive.
you would
team than
see.
it actually
You would
was.
They
see
lost by 15.
You would
Yeah,
see
no.
like.
What I'm saying is, it would have been like a 5-point game
But
either
they
way.
still lost. Anyway, Jacob, what's your thoughts on that?
I think Melo didn't prove he really didn't. He just proved who he is.
Right.
He proved that he's a future Hall of Famer,
You agreed.
and he's just
I'm
a
not
great player
disagreeing with
overall.
that.
And I think he just showed everyone that he's, even though he's 36
So
years old,
what
I
do you
still
think?
think he's
Listen,
the real deal, and he's not trying to. Even if I don't know where he's going to resign after this year if the contract is up, right?
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, it will be a disgrace if Melo doesn't get a ring by the time he retires.
Of course.
Yeah, like I'm sure, like it's going to be like I saw a while ago that there were rumors he wanted to go back to New York.
I don't
No,
think
he really shouldn't. He really shouldn't.
But-
He should be a ring chasing at this point. Ring
Like what
He's
he's
going to
done
want to
with-
go back for like maybe like when he's like 39 for like a year.
What
just,
was I
like,
gonna
as,
say?
like,
If Melo goes back, Melo should go back for his retirement tour.
But here's the thing off of the Lakers.
yeah, like what almost like what
Almost
Dwayne
Portland.
Wade did basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Go
Portland
back.
is Damian Lillard's determined to get a ring. Carmelo Anthony's determined to get a ring. Yusuf Nurkic is a hound. He's great defender. He's all around great player. Gary Trent could shoot the ball. I don't know what they don't have. Zach Collins, if they get seriously, if they had a reason, Rodney would have made it so much better. But right now,
Yeah.
they're in a position.
I feel like that if they had a reason, Rodney just gives them more bench.
I
depth.
just
And
don't
you
think
could say
it's the
that
Blazers'
a
season.
better reason might come
I
back.
just
Why don't you think they get a Blazers season?
Because the Lakers are going to beat them.
Dude, the Blazers aren't making it past the first round if they
Oh, no,
get
they
to
are.
the 8th seed.
If they if they beat the Lakers, they're definitely beating the Thunder.
This is the Lakers, guys. This is the
Wait,
Trailblazers.
wait.
Kills him.
So are you saying that let's say the
Dominance.
Thunder get the 5th seed, but the Thunder?
If the Thunder win in the first round, they're losing in the second round to the Portland Trailblazers.
So, but you're saying they're going to win in the first round, though.
If they win,
Okay, who do you think they'll be playing in the first round?
I said they're the 6th seed,
So
but
they're playing the Nuggets. So you think they'll beat the Nuggets?
they won't even be playing Portland in the 4th, 5th.
Okay.
Somehow if Thunder get the 5th seed, they're losing. But if it's Utah and Rockets, I'll give it to Rockets. I can see us beating the Rockets like what we did in a 7-game series. You can't do a 7-game series without a big man. That's what I come back on it.
Fair.
So is that it for tonight?
If they're the 6th seed of Denver, I don't see them winning. And yes, Jacob, you can end it there.
Okay, so everyone, thank you for watching tonight. Thank you, Rabbi, for being a great guest. But I want
Thank
to
you.
everyone just to show you, the viewers, one more thing that I had to
No,
say.
I'm going to bed. Goodbye. I'm not listening to one more thing. Goodbye.
I'm just gonna say
Wait,
to follow
Justin,
us.
I have one more question. I have
He
one more
left.
question for Justin, but he left.
You can ask.
Nah, I'll text him later.
I could say if you want to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Second Take 2, and also if you want to check out the Kart Racer 67890 on YouTube or my Twitch, I stream sometimes. It's funny. It's very very funny. I'll be on
It gets
2K.
it gets very wild, wouldn't you say, Tampa?
Quite wild.
Very well. Also, guys, I have one more thing to say, but just I need 1 second.
Camper's still rocking out.
Jacob,
Oh, I didn't see you there. Ha.
Jacob, let's finish this up. Come on.
Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. We have great viewers the whole time. It's been a great show, and everyone,
Thank you all
for
for
watching.
tuning in.
And
Appreciate it.
we'll